Hey everyone, it's Dom from Somatics and Yoga. I've gone and given myself a hernia in the gym, so not much physical practice is happening at the moment. Just figuring out what I can safely do in the meantime until I get this taken care of properly. I still really wanted to share something though, so I thought I would share Enter, Exit, Behold. This is a practice that I picked up doing my integral energetics training. It takes advantage of bilateral integration. It's really good for overwhelming sensations and emotions you can't quite name or put a finger on. And with that, we'll get started. So we're just going to take our hands to our sacral center, in between the hips, just closing the eyes down. We're going to take 3 breaths into here. Just observing the sensations as we're breathing into this area. And once we've done that, taking the hands up to our solar plexus, just above the navel. And once again, taking 3 breaths into here. And again, moving the hands up, coming to the heart center, and taking 3 breaths into here, just observing the sensations. And once we've done that, whichever area felt the most stuck or the most overwhelmed, I guess. For me, that's the sacral center at the moment. Fascia is definitely feeling quite restricted and like it's just holding on, so I'm going to go down here. I'm going to close the eyes down again. I'm going to take 3 breaths into whichever area we've chosen. And then once we've done that, we're going to burst out in a spontaneous gesture. And then meeting that gesture with the eyes, gazing down at it, and just coming up with the first word or name that comes to mind. I'm going to call this clinging. And once I've done that, I'm going to shake it out. We'll notice as we do this a couple of times, this gesture is going to evolve and the emotion will start to shift and move through, and some integration will start to occur. So taking the hands back to that area again, taking another 3 breaths into there. And coming out into another spontaneous gesture. These gestures can be done in front of the mirror using the whole body. You don't just have to limit this to the hands. And I'm going to call this one opening and rising. And once again, shaking that out. And notice after doing this 2 or 3 times, they can become quite dynamic. A bit of movement can start coming through in the gesture. It's not necessarily static as they tend to be in the beginning. Again, you can do this anytime, anywhere. It doesn't just have to be these 3 energy centers as well. Anywhere you are feeling stuck or like there's something going on, you can take your hands there and do this, and it will quite often help move whatever's going on there. So one last time. Taking 3 breaths. I'm going to call this one lifting, rising. And not quite dynamic yet, but I reckon if I did that another 2 or 3 times, there'd be some movement occurring in the gesture. I definitely feel a bit more unstuck and definitely like there's more flow in my body after that. So I hope this helps someone. I hope this is a new tool to your kit, and have a lovely day. Keep turning up for yourself. Bye.